Jon Jones has finally confirmed the date and venue for his UFC comeback against Stipe Miocic after his lengthy injury battle, headed by Francis Ngannou. From there, he was due to face Stipe Miocic at Madison Square Garden before being forced out with a torn pectoral muscle. Jones has confirmed that he'll be fighting Stipe Miocic at UFC 309 in Madison Square Garden. Speaking with his fans on Instagram, Jones teased that he had a comeback fight booked. He even posted a countdown, which inquisitive readers noted would end on November 9th, with many noting that that would be the UFC's usual New York pay-per-view date. Just yesterday, Jones posted a workout video of him squatting 525 pounds saying, "Today we worked on the top part of my squat. I finished up at 525 pounds for a set of 3. It's awesome to feel my strength coming back while shedding pounds at the same time. I've got 18 weeks and 3 days to improve, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Progress equals happiness. Sacrifice today, smile tomorrow. Find your personal love for self-improvement." That time frame would land on November 9th, and in his next post he confirmed the date with a caption that read, "The Red Corner, my office, November 9th. UFC 309 has yet to be announced by the promotion, but after their UFC 308 pay-per-view date in Abu Dhabi, it's expected to be the next numbered event. While Jones is renowned as arguably the greatest pound-for-pound fighter of all time,
the greatest fighter to ever live, ever, is freaking Jon Jones.
He's coming towards the end of his career, and he could be ready to hang up the gloves after his fight with Miocic, who is considered the greatest heavyweight of all time due to his historic run atop the division. There's no shortage of potential fights on the horizon for Jones, who many feel is taking the easy route by facing Stipe, who will be 42 years old by the time their fight comes around. He has an interim champion in Tom Aspinall, and Alex Pereira is considering a move up to heavyweight after winning the light heavyweight belt. And just last week, Dana White refused to rule out the potential of a Saudi Arabian cross-promotion fight between the UFC and PFL for a super fight with Francis Ngannou. The UFC's light heavyweight division is starting to return to a consistent state thanks to the current champion Alex Pereira. Poatan has now defended his title twice after 2 recent knockouts over former champions Jamal Hill and Yuri Prochazka. Alex Pereira's performance, and thus far he isn't impressed.
Yeah, with Alex you just have to watch a couple of his past fights. With Blachowicz, you know, his wrestling was on the level and Alex didn't have much to offer. Same with Adesanya. They're both strikers, but Adesanya was able to show him some wrestling. I think he's, a great striker, but he's the kind of guy who always moves forward, and that's where sometimes he might make a mistake. That's where I might catch him. There is, strategy we have if he's going to be doing striking, but also if we add wrestling here, I think he doesn't stand a chance, and I have a few potential options how to finish him.
Yeah, a lot of your fans, after reading some of those tweets, they're like, why would you ever want to stand with him? You're clearly better on the ground. Like, you should be taking him down in this fight. Do you feel like you kind of just have to say that you would knock him out on the feet and to create interest and maybe have, sell the UFC on making this fight?
Многие фанаты в Твиттере, на social-media говорят, что
думают, что он такой нереально ударный.
Definitely has a strong punch, but I think just overall his stand-up fight is overrated. Watch his fight with Jamal Hill. He had something to offer to counter him. Same with the fight with Prochazka. You could see that he's also moving forward, same style. So he probably was lucky or didn't face a serious opposition. As I said, wrestling is there, but I'm ready to fight with him standing up to test him out.
There's a reasonable chance that Pereira could skip Ankalaev and move straight to the heavyweight division, which has Ankalaev a little confused.
Yeah, if they do a fight at light heavyweight, you to me seem like the only option. But other than that, people are talking about Alex maybe going to heavyweight and fighting there. I guess why, in your opinion, should he stay and fight you at light heavyweight? And would you be disappointed if he went up to heavyweight and fought there next?
Ну, кто говорит, я не знаю, кто видит его в тяжах, человек, у которого нету вообще борьбы.
I don't know, people saying that he's going to move up to the actual heavyweight division. I don't see that. As a guy who has no wrestling, I think it's going to be really hard for him. Maybe just that one fight that we're talking about. But again, I think that once he came up to light heavyweight, he went through the division, and I'm still there. He didn't fight me. So if you want to be the champion of the division, I think definitely has to face me first. and then maybe consider other moves.
Why should they, call your management, call your team, and offer you this fight for the next light heavyweight title fight, and give you the opportunity to take this belt from Alex, who is massively popular and on this really big hot streak right now?
Последний вопрос сформулируем.
Биться за пояс. Перейра вообще поднялся на мой дивизион и сразу дали ему возможность.
Because when it comes to light heavyweight, I put a lot of hard work here. I have a stellar record. He moved up to our division. Yes, he got lucky. He had a good run, but it's just fair that he has to face me. We have to settle this with him. It's going to be a great fight. We both have our personalities. And I think, people should expect fireworks at that one.
Alexander Volkanovski is looking for a fight against Charles Oliveira or Dustin Poirier at lightweight. Poor Volk is starting to get restless on the sidelines as he patiently waits for a return fight near the end of 2024. The timeline is one of his own making, or at least one he begrudgingly agreed to after getting knocked out twice in 4 months. On the plus side, he says he's not struggling with the same mental issues that he fell into last time he had too much free time on his hands, but he's so eager to get back in the cage that he was seriously pitching the UFC on a UFC 303 fight to matchmakers after Conor McGregor fell out.
And obviously it was the right time. It was the same time as the UFC having dramas with the Conor and all that. And I'm just like, hey, no, well, I rang them. So I was pestering them.
Yeah.
So I pestered them. So I'll be honest, they didn't call me. I guess, some would say they're probably doing the right thing. They knew that I wanted to break a lot of people like, he's having a break. So I think out of respect, they let me not worry about it because they probably knew I would say yes.
Yeah.
So because they didn't call me or I didn't get any phone calls or messages, I decided to message them. So I actually messaged them a few times. I'm like, hey, if you need someone, you know a guy. And they're like, you're a savage, man. I go, look, we appreciate it. I go, no, I'm serious. He goes, I know you are. We know you are. I will let you know if we need you. But I think they were always going to do their own thing. I'd message them the next day and be like, hey, just a reminder. I ain't
You're like a fucking crack fiend that's looking for a fight. Hey, y'all got any fights? Y'all got any other fights? You're already a legend of the sport, Hall of Famer. But I'm sure you would have done some thinking about how you want to write this other part of your career from here on out. What are some of the things that you want to tick off? Do you like what more do you feel like you want to either do or accomplish before it's all said and done?
I mean, look, for me right now, what excites me, so it's the things that excite me. In featherweight, it's just the belt. Obviously, the rematch and the belt, right? That's big. And then, to be honest, exciting big fight. I like that too. But it's weird. Featherweight, I'm still that competitor where like, all right, this is my division. I'm getting it back. I want that win back. Things like that. So it's going to be there. But then lightweight, it's like, let's have some fun while we're waiting. Because I think they're probably going to do Max and Ilia September, because I told the UFC I didn't want to fight till later in the year. Like I said, I really committed to that in my head. Now I started training. Now I'm like, I wish I didn't tell them that. You know what I mean? Like,
give it to me. Give it to me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. So it's funny. So I did that, but I mean that's fair. I said, but now but I did say, look, I don't want to wait too long either. And I'm in a position now where if they do that and they want me to fight bloody March or something or April, I was like, oh well, all right, I'm going to fight lightweight. Give me an exciting fight. So that's still exciting. Exactly. So I want an exciting fighter like, Charles Oliveira. I did call out Poirier after that one. I thought he's a great dude. We get along. I think he's a good man. And he's obviously a big fun fight. There's still history there with, mutual opponents we fought. He's used to fight at featherweight. Things like that. And obviously a big name, fun fight that would be. So that exciting. Your Charles Oliveira's. There's an exciting fight that I would love to do while I'm waiting as well.
Yep.
So just whatever excites me. The belt excites me. Ilia obviously rematch excites me. So that's the main things in the featherweight. I wouldn't just fight anyone in featherweight because my next fight's for the title, and that's that. And the UFC know that, and I know that. So, but lightweight, where we can have a bit of fun, something exciting, and that a big fight that excites me.
Yeah. Right.
Update with Ilia, brother. The only update I get is when he's on social media just yapping his mouth. The update I get is the same update you guys get on social media, bro. It is ridiculous. Man was trying to like paint it like he had no idea, but whenever you start a line with saying it's not my side, that's how you definitely know it's your side. Bro, that guy be talking, bro. You can't even. That guy look like he's going through it right now in that interview too. Look like he's on the bender. In the interview, he's talking about me like looks like he's on a bender, bro. Not even gonna lie. Hope he's good. I should just reach out to him behind the scenes and be, hey, brother, you good? You know, be a good person.
Max Holloway claims that the delusional Ilia Topuria is just making things up and agrees to fight him at the UFC Sphere. It's been 6 months since Ilia Topuria captured the belt, and the promotion is still no closer to booking his first title defense. In addition, his rivals claim that El Matador is dragging his feet and turning down all available contenders. Topuria, however, is blaming Max Holloway for the delay. Topuria wrote on Twitter, "Choose a date, choose the way you want me to beat you, and write it here." Topuria responded, "I'm ready to turn off your lights whenever and wherever. Call Dana." It didn't take long for Holloway to respond saying, "Been talking to them, brother. You need to check your numbers. Since you said it, how about the Sphere by Toehold? See you soon." If UFC CEO Dana White truly wants to make the UFC Sphere the greatest live combat sports show of all time, then booking Topuria versus Holloway for the featherweight title would be a great place to start. Now let's take a look at the top 3 comments left on yesterday's video. At PostHumanGod says, if Ankalaev has even a 50 IQ, he will go for the takedown during the glove touch. At Brian Anderson says, Alex should not take on any heavyweight until he fights John. And at Astral Seeker says, he's going to smoke Ankalaev. Then he's going to get a 3rd belt by defeating Aspinall, Jones, or whoever at heavyweight and retire as the best fighter the UFC ever had. If you want your comments highlighted on tomorrow's video, simply comment down below. We'll highlight the top best comments, good, bad, or indifferent, and feature them in tomorrow's video. And that does it for today's video, but make sure you're liking this video, subscribing to this channel, and clicking the bell notification so you can get notified every time we drop a new video. And in case you missed it, check out yesterday's news.